Well, I think the big thing is instantly overnight, all our campuses had to go online. And that's something that 3/4 of our faculty had never done, and about 2/3 of our students had never done. But within 2 weeks, we were all online. I'm pretty proud of what they were able to do and how fast we were able to do it. It looks like many campuses have committed to even start doing that for the fall and well, actually for the summer. Well, certainly I don't think it's perfect to do something like that in 2 weeks. A lot of the faculty basically are talking heads on the computer, but others have really embraced the advantages that distance learning can provide. Well, I think the faculty knew it needed to happen. We actually had some good guidance. Jacksonville State had to do this about 2 years ago because of the tornado that occurred there. So they were able to give us some good insight. The students, some of them were concerned about how that impacted their grades. You may have heard that Auburn students had a petition out that said, hey, we want to do pass-fail rather than actually have grades for this while the faculty are in training. And the university said, sure, we'll allow that opportunity. Well, I think that's the other heartening thing is every institution has really worked with the local hospitals to provide some of the supplies from healthcare units or whatever. Social organizations, fraternities, and sororities have been supplying food bank with food. Troy University just recently got a grant to actually monitor and assess how people are responding to this crisis out in their part of the state. So I think that'll be interesting historically. Inventing things, taking the 3D printers and making protective devices for healthcare workers. I've really been excited about the engagement for the whole community. A lot of people think that we've closed our campuses totally, but we haven't. There's students on campus, especially international students that had no place to go. That is their home. We are providing food service for them, mostly take-home boxes. And then other students that perhaps don't have internet access at home or perhaps are homeless are also offered the opportunity to stay on campus during this time. Well, I think that we'll all have to be more nimble and be aware that this type of situation can occur. Probably more mixed classes that are not totally committed to everything being in a classroom, but actually having some things that are more easily acceptable and convertible to online later. Well, I think the big thing really right now for all of our institutions is trying to see how we can get people to come back to the campuses in a safe manner, and that'll most likely happen for most campuses more in the fall. Some have already committed to being online in the summer. But also making sure the students will come. There is some national data out there that says a lot of them are reticent about coming back and actually going and living in dormitories or perhaps deferring to go to a local community college or a local university. So all of those are concerns that the campuses are having to figure out. Most campuses in the country now are tuition driven. So if students don't show, it really does impact their budgets. They've got to figure out how to balance their service to their students in the bottom line. Well, I definitely think that, the technology was there on campus to do these kind of things, to have meetings, distance learning and stuff. So I think we'll be doing more of that. This is really something that was sort of heading that way anyway. Automation, as you know, has been a big part of our changing society. The key for us is to make sure that Alabama citizens know that our institutions are working. You can take classes there, and it's still important. Alabama's economy is really dependent on skilled and technical workers now, so continue to get those skills because that's really what our economy is going to need moving forward. Well, I think the key here is everybody needs to know that higher ed institutions are open. We're very willing to work with students. We've extended some deadlines. I think they're going to be more receptive to particular courses you want to take. So look for those campuses, support your local ones. I would also say for alumni to support your institutions. Without the tuition revenue, with students having lost short-term jobs, part-time jobs, they may need greater resources. So if anything you can do to help support the students that are going to schools or the institution itself, that'd be appreciated.